Alright, let's hang out here for a second, let people show up. We just went live, YouTube chat. On Twitch, not on YouTube, to be fair. Welcome back to Outer Worlds, Supernova. This time we're on Supernova, I should say. It is definitely, again, part 1. We're restarting the whole series. This time we're going to play on Supernova. Quickly, I'd like to go over something. I've actually done 2 hours of this Let's Play already. But the game doesn't save. We learned the hard way on stream that the game doesn't save unless you finish the first planet. It only auto-saves. And I still have another character, so let's actually go back to that. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. I have a bunch of saves for my level 29-ish character. But it deletes all your Supernova saves unless you... I could do what I'm trying to do here. It deletes all your Supernova saves unless you're done the first planet and you can manually save, because you can't manually save until you do that. So that's just fantastic. But we have to restart. I'm going to basically do what I did the first time, but we'll do it again. And if you're watching on YouTube, you never saw that part, because it got deleted.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
I was just checking on the stream. Everything seems to be running fine. What did I go with the first time? I think it was ranged and dialogue.
They're going to tell stories about you from here.
Yeah, I'm building fast because I already know what I wanted to go with. I do forget what I took with this one though. You like take corrosive damage, plasma damage. Let's actually take plasma damage.
About to do to you.
Oh my, that sounds hot. Let's see here. Genuinely went with something like this. It's kind of cute, I guess. I was gonna go with this anyways. Over here. Yeah, I like her. How about like brown hair, maybe? Brown? Is that brown? It's more like red or black. Very auburn color, maybe? Yeah, let's go with that. Thinner eyebrows, no facial hair. It's a female. No makeup. Young as it can be, I guess. Play the video game.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Stream's running fine, chat, right? Yep. Greetings, hello. Yes, okay, thanks.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. If drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction.
Base cam might do that a few times.
You from dying so horrifically.
I did just start streaming, so again, it bugs out. We all know this, we've been here.
Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck! Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
We enter orbit. Or hopefully this time we don't lose our save. This is the second time I've done this. I didn't... I mean, I've already played the game, so it's like I spoiled everything for myself.
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in the horse name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. Better you than the board, huh?
Hey, it's working. My headset's broken, chat. You know that. Very rarely it does that, where it just fucking doesn't work. It like, I tap it the wrong way, and if I do that, it like crackles. I'm sorry about that. It actually doesn't happen too often. Like, mostly when I'm just not paying attention. Means I just tapped it the wrong way. It's so old that like it's not. I don't know. It's like 2 years old, but I overly use it, right? Like I use it every day, all day.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. Bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you. Come here.
Hold on. Still talking to chat. But yeah, sometimes my headset does that. And for like a minute during like Let's Plays, which I don't think it's even happened during a Let's Play yet, to be fair. If it does happen during a Let's Play, it'll basically mean I'll just stand around for a sec trying to fix it. Sometimes it takes like a minute.
Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me.
Really sucks when it happens, dude. It's annoying. It's actually so annoying.
Spacer's choice doesn't like
Trust me,
us accepting
I know.
outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
Pretty decent if it's
Barely
Spacer's
scraped
choice.
by with my life. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Moving onwards. Loot him quickly. Could just kill him. I never think to do that, and then you can just kill him if you want. I'd imagine if you killed him, you didn't get shit, though. Probably wouldn't get anything. Can I even pickpocket him yet? No, it's not a thing yet. Surprised you can't pickpocket him yet. They bragged about all the freedom you'd have in this game.
Damn it, my ears!
But no, that's okay.
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
I'll just stop staticking in my ear there, Phineas. We'll talk to you in a day or so. Combat easy clap. Bro. Oh yeah, I need this mag quick first. Looting in this game is actually annoying sometimes. It's okay, it's just annoying sometimes. Really? My fucking face cam died again, chat? God damn it. I don't know why I say die. It didn't die. It just stopped working. The worst part, the absolute worst part is when I fix my face cam, half the time it unplugs my HDMI cable, so like I have to temporarily replug my HDMI cable back in. So I end up like having to wait a second to actually see my screen again. Alright, there we go. Okay, well, we got rid of all that already. Apparently that is better, so I guess we'll use that. What is this telescoping staff? Pretty blunt, actually. Yeah, it's pretty blunt. Like, so what's the DPS on the saber? Ah, so it's like one hit or yeah, one-handed with quicker, much quicker attacks. But if I want one hit, oh, we'll try this. We'll try this quickly. Let's see if I can one-shot while on TTD. Like while sneak attack TTD. Like, yeah, let's get caught by him. Really? Well, these guys have like one perception. Hey. 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 Yeah, I know, that was confusing, right? Come on.
I smell blood! Attack!
Oh, come on. I just wanted to find out if I could blunt object them. Watch me die here already. I haven't even actually died on hardcore yet. Like, even on the other character chat, I didn't die. I mean, chat knows that, but YouTube does. Yeah, I didn't die on the other character. I could take out a melee weapon? Why? Oh, I got baited. You see that shot? In the air headshot. This game's ridiculous sometimes. I don't know where that guy's body went, to be fair. I didn't actually, like, look. Oh, wait. That's what happened. I understand now. It was a third, wasn't there? Oh, well, their loot's not that important. It's like $5. Down the hill. I've actually used more Adreno this Let's Play as well. I actually haven't even healed. I had to heal myself on the other one as well. Because I'm being like a rush.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting
I love this
manager
line.
of
Ready, chat?
situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
It's the best line in the game. Almost. One of the best lines in the game. It's gonna be fucking laminated. We all like laminated things. I'm trying to get a hit on most of these. I think I get XP if I do. No, I definitely am not getting XP. Oh, well, I got that marauder I cut in half. Never mind. Let's loot the ship real quick. Let's have a quick talk with Ada. I'm not rushing or speedrunning, but I can't take ages. It's gonna be like 2 episodes in this area of the
Please
map.
be informed that this vessel can... Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors.
Understandable.
Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Alright, we'll level up in about 60 seconds. I'm gonna loot the shit.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Trying to remember where I wanted to go right now. I should have took the other route upstairs, but whatever. Climbing the ladders is definitely not the best way to do it, but steal all the food. I'm gonna need it. It's on hard. We're on hardcore, remember? So I'm actually so tired, chat. Why am I so tired?
In crew's quarters, Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
I can pick that soon once I have 4 mag picks. Skimming through all these things quickly. I always feel like I'm tagging. I'm not tagging, I'm upgrading. No. I guess I could put like 4 points into tech or leadership. Oh no, actually. Better idea. I know. Might as well take extra health.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Missed all those, I think. Thought for a second he'd killed me when that dramatic, The dramatic death happened. Usually just means you killed the last of a group. Almost jumped, actually. Let's pick up this guy's quest. I want to head right in though, so I'm going to be really quick with the dialogue.
Hey, don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time. Yeah? Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30...
All my life, what?
All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Didn't need all the info on why he's special. I already know, you know. If you actually are playing the game, like if you haven't played this game and you're watching me, I'd be very flattered. By the way, let me point that part out. But you'll know why he's special when I go to talk to him. And I always pause. Again, I guess if you're new here, again flattered. I pause at these dialogue things. Some games I read them out. These games, like Fallout and Outer Worlds, are too long. So I feel free to pause and read all. I always wait a second. Like I just stole that. I didn't even realize it was stealing. But I'm guessing nobody cares because he's the closest person. If I close this door, I can rob this place. There should be a little more of a penalty for stealing. I'm only scared of me. Oh yeah, I'm not. I feel bad. Like I'm not like waiting for you guys to read those, but they're not usually important. But when I do that, I'm skimming for quests. Because if you open up a quest, it'll tell you. Like, here, let someone pause to read that if they want to. Pause to read that if they want to. Exit. I already read them a long time ago when I played the game single player off stream. Basically everything I did, the first time I played this game was on stream, like the whole thing was on stream, but I did have off-screen moments, and speaking of that, we're gonna have less of those in hardcore. I'm gonna do more of the side quests. I'm gonna do way more side quests this time. All these shovels are worth something, if I recall. Actually, they're weapons, right? So what's actually really OP about the shovels early game is you can break them down for weapon parts, even though they're not weapons. Like, it's a terrible weapon. It's clearly meant to be for weapon parts. You can clearly tell it was put there for weapon parts. Because they're like, if I go look, I am now carrying like a bunch of spades and shovels. Okay, the shovels and spades are 28 and like 36 damage. It's not really that good. The saber, you get the very beginner saber is the same. So like, and you get way better stuff is like basically immediately. So yeah, they're clearly meant to be broken into weapon parts, in my opinion. I mean, I suppose you could use them too. I suppose it'd be worth killing all these at some point. I don't know if I'll do it right now, but I could run around killing them. Only like one more over here. I'll just grab it quick. Their hides are worth a few bucks. I can't remember how much. $1 each, so I guess it's not really that much money. Actually, never mind. They're really not worth killing then, unless you're really that desperate, I guess. But $1 a piece. Yeah, I guess it's really not worth. Unless you have like 30 of them. Even then, that's not really. They take up inventory space. loot this building real quick. This one's not stealing from what I remember. What the fuck was that? I don't know why this one isn't stealing. I guess it's because it's abandoned. But a lot of stuff in this game's abandoned, but it's still stealing. So I don't know why it's stealing. I don't know. Did I loot this? No, I did not. I'm gonna save my Lameg because I don't need to pick up a fucking ammo crate. Just an ammo crate. For this episode, we're gonna at least try to get a few levels, and then maybe next episode, I think we'll try to finish the planet. And by finish the planet, I mean not necessarily actually do quests. We're gonna get basically a high enough level so that we can at least complete the plant. There's the geothermal plant where once you finish that, you get a power thing, and then you can start your ship and save the game. Cause yeah, you can't save your game, as I was just talking about. I found out the hard way. I didn't Google anything about playing this game on Supernova. I just wanted to experience it on Supernova, so I didn't actually learn that you had to do that to save the game. So it's gonna be a yikers from me. I don't want to talk to him yet. On paper, this won't be too hard to do, but then there's the whole idea that your companions can die and stuff, and that's going to be a big problem for me. I don't want to lose anybody in this whole Let's Play, which means that we're going to be like loading saves. And like right now, we can't actually use those saves because the game's like huge. So I really wish you could just manual save right now. I don't know why you can't. Like, and by that I mean you have like to manual save, you have to use a bed. But why can't I use other beds? Like, just let me use other beds. It's just whatever. It's not the end of the world.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Yes, I used Babe's name because I'm uncreative and I needed a female name. And we're playing a female this time because I played a male the first time. These are things I explained last time, but
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go. and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Artie. What's up?
Hey, ma'am, can we talk?
Get over here.
Can we talk? Okay, moving out.
Very good.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Sorry for answering our group's Discord. Babe, won't leave me alone. Not that I want her to, but...
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyway.
Sure. I know that was the last line, so I skipped the last like 10 seconds, because you already knew what she was saying. Oh, Vicar, right. I do want to talk to Vicar Max, and I do want him to come. Wait, you can't get him to come with you. You have to get his book first. Let's go talk to him about his book. I think I do want him to come help me.
I've always felt weird in here.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage
Put
you
her on
in
the spot.
conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What? Depriving them of safety.
Oh, I thought he was done. I'm
marauders
sorry,
and
Chad. Holy shit.
wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Okay. I'm not going to comment on that line again, because they overdo the dialogue in this game a couple times, and that was one of them.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down
What's up,
banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale.
Let's move over a bit.
However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright. We've made it to where I wanted to be. Well, not really. I want to be a little further, but... Let's get a little further. This will be one of the longer episodes. Well, no, that's not true. I think all the hardcore episodes, like we're doing hardcore and we're doing side quests, they'll be an hour or longer, really. I know some people like long episodes. If you don't, then just watch them in bits. I mean, you know, you don't miss huge amounts of stuff if you just chunk it, so... You can feel free to comment. I think I'm going to upload this tonight for tomorrow's video. So actually, if you're watching this video, it was recorded today. Because I uploaded Overwatch this morning, because last night I forgot to upload. If you haven't noticed, which I'm sure most people have, I've been uploading at night, actually, so...
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising.
It's probably true.
When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, a few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Gotcha. Alright, well, we got that quest picked up too. And we can start getting rid of these people's money. I know where he is, so I'm going to equip the money quest. Small gray matter, right. But we'll go get this mechanical, because Pavardi can fix it. I don't want to kill it. It's a cute little mechanical. If mechanicals can be cute, I guess. Whatever. It's redundant to kill it, so we'll save it. He gives us a weapon for doing such. We have to go fetch the weapon, but he gives us a weapon for it.
He ain't no threat. But I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Engineering 30. I thought it was like 50. Is it a random check? Is that check random, chat? I think the last time I did this, this was only a few days ago when I tried to do part 1 again, and it didn't save. I'm very sure it was like 45.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards, anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard. Absolutely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
She named the mechanical chat. She's losing it. I want to do dialogue and range, but I want other skills too. I'll just revert those. For now, I need to invest in. I want to get dodge up to 20. That's fair enough, I guess. Quickly loot this place. There's usually a couple bullets in here. But the bin in there, actually. I feel like I've never actually looted that exact bin. It's a back entrance to the plant. You don't need to open that yet. I don't think I'll ever actually need the back entrance to the plant. I don't want to go getting killed. I feel like those are marauders, and I'm only level 3. I don't think I have any better armor for Pavarti yet either. Oh, well, maybe I do. Well, I say that, but because Pavarti might be wearing better armor than me. 7, yeah, she's doing way better than me already. Bro, I'm not trying to do that. My inventory, yes. What's over here that's an enemy then?
Here we go. Wow, great work.
Why was it like hiding inside the other one? That's weird. See here. What did I want to do? Collect money, right? Mechanical's done. Let's go turn that in, and then I have to go back into the town anyway, so we'll do all those at once. That makes more sense that way, I think. Yeah, let's go turn that in quick. bro, let me talk to you. I know my face comes off.
Bring us honor, soldier. You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter. On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Alright, now I gotta go into town anyway, so here we go. After this quest, I'll turn it in, trying to get like a level, and I will be ending the episode for a little bit to make another coffee.
Something got you down?
Yes.
Have your rations yet? Yep.
Saltuna, Saltuna.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Hey, look, I thought of something, chat. You can read that if you want, but that's the note that gets me a quest, basically. Give everybody a couple seconds. If you're on YouTube, you can pause and... Could I steal right now without getting caught? Yep.
Hey, I saw that. What do you think you're doing? Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
So how bad? Yeah, I didn't. Okay, 1% negative. And usually it should go down after a few days, as long as it wasn't a huge.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
There we go. I'm surprised I got caught stealing that time. Last time I stole from him, like both bodies, I think I closed the door though. That's probably why.
I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Here's Martin.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
I'm not a marauder, bro.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
You're making a mistake working. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. That's all I can ask of you.
I'm going to end the episode in a second. I have to talk to Phyllis and grab the, what do you call it? The mop. Or not the mop. The thing you said not to get mopped. Phyllis is up here. She's easy to talk to. We'll talk to Phyllis quick, chat. Let's do that. Alright, Phyllis, what do you got for me?
You the new worker? Whatever.
No.
Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
She has nothing else to give. I don't think she even gives you a quest, if I recall. So if she gave you a quest, I'd go after getting the quest. Oh, that's not what I wanted to go inside. I could return, or I could, you know, stay in town for a second. And...
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Nope. Didn't hear about Wilson, sorry.
Almost lost a finger in the end.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Not really. Not anymore.
Nothing we can do about that.
Let's go assign see Silas, Siliasis, Satiriasis, or Silas. And then get our weapon. And then I think there's one more quest. Right, yeah, I have to get permission to go to. Well, I get told about the geothermal plant, which I'll have to go to anyways. John, I said, why am I so tired?
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Unlucky, dude. Unlucky, dude. Unlucky. I think Grat's completed. Completed. A small grave matter. Die robot. We're gonna end the episode after I talked to Ludwig here, chat. And next time when we do play, we'll keep making a little more progress. Do a couple more side quests, probably. Look for the book. I think we can look for the book. That's a good idea. We'll talk to the other faction. Oh. Okay, well, apparently hurting your legs isn't permanent unless you really do. Unless there's, maybe there's a way to fully break them. But apparently that wasn't permanent, so that's good.
Bring us honor, soldier. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Oh, it's like terrible outside. It's getting like rainy. Sucks.
Fun. This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty.
Oh, I'd like it as some
to
fun.
journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson. I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security.
I mean, he'd be right.
I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Gotcha. Anyway, so what we're gonna do the next episode, and I might do it off screen, like not it, but like small things. I might do some small things off screen, like I might go visit a workbench of some kind, and equip all those mods to my like a weapon and repair the shotgun so I can use it. There's a bunch of weapons I'd like to use that are like they counter robots, basically, Chaz, what I'm saying. And those are obviously really useful for the fights coming up where we have to counter robots. So let's go counter robots, right? So once this loads, I should probably not, you know, end the episode here. But once this loads, I'm going to end the episode. It might even leave the game running because the autosave should be there for now. If I go to play on my other character, they'll delete. So I can't play on my other character until we finish this part, which sucks. But I'm going to make a coffee. I'm going to hang out. Maybe talk to Babe, and then I'll be back for another episode. Or I'll be doing it later. But yeah, part 2, I think we'll go visit the other faction. We already made my decision on what we're going to do. When it comes to, like, the decision you make in this planet, I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring them together. I want to bring them together. It's easily the best option. Unless you're trying to be evil on purpose, then it would just be kill everybody. And even then, all the decisions kind of suck. It's just kill everybody. If you really wanted to be evil, just kill everybody. Like, anywho, guys, I'll see you guys later. I guess our thirst is getting up there. There is caffeine to keep us going until sleep. Sleep is technically a problem, but I don't think we'll ever get that tired. Let's actually check if caffeine helps with sleep before I log off. I keep hiccuping. Let's get rid of all these new notifications, first of all. Let's see, caffeine. Where's caffeine? Caffeine, last 30 seconds. And that was a drink, technically, so it should hydrate me. I think that sleep meter went up, like, a little. I don't know if it was that much, but I know the drink meter went up a little. So yeah, that works, I guess. We'll start using those. Yeah, but next episode, we'll go to the botanical lab. We'll find the book. We'll equip the next companion. We'll try to get some better stuff weapon-wise, and then we'll make a run for the geothermal plant. I'll see you guys for that in part 2.